What is a titration? A titration is a lab technique used to determine the concentration of an unknown substance using a reactant with a known concentration. This reactant is called the titrant, and performing a simple titration will allow us to determine the volume of the titrant necessary to reach the equivalence point. Conductometric titrations are basically the titration's fancier sister. They not only allow you to determine the concentration of the unknown analyte and the amount of titrant necessary to complete the reaction, but they also tell you about the change in conductivity as the experiment progresses. Let's see how this really works. When performing this experiment, make sure to wear proper PPE at all times. Also, don't eat or drink anything around these substances because we don't want any mix-ups. Not only would this mistake not taste good, but would cause a lot of damage as well. Here's an example of a titration. Both the lithium chloride and silver nitrate have ions in solution. When more and more lithium chloride is added to the silver nitrate, an insoluble substance called silver chloride forms, limiting the ions in solution and the conductivity. A helpful tip to remember while doing this experiment is to pay close attention to the amount of titrant you add. Also, add the titrant in small increments. After the equivalence point is reached, the conductivity will begin to rise again because the lithium and chloride ions will remain in solution. So why should we care? I know I have wondered this while spending hours working on the titration pre-lab or while utterly and totally confused during the experiment itself. But don't worry, all the pain and suffering has a purpose. Titrations are very much useful in the real world, especially in the food industry. Titrations are used to regulate the concentration of acids, bases, and salts in food. Food heavily concentrated in any of these substances can be harmful to our health, so titrations are very vital to us.